You're vaping with Vin. How we doing? So unfortunately today we come together from a very dark and negative, sad place where mods go to rest after their manufacturer defects finally show through, like in this here Wismic 2-3. So, long story short, I ended up with two of these. I got one, the wife wanted one, okay? And I mean, I was happy with it for a backup device. And sometimes even like my front runner, as long as I was running it in triple battery mode and had like a really badass tank on it or something. But unfortunately for me, about maybe a month in on my ownership of it, and like literally only utilizing it like half the time, maybe like 1/3 of the time at other times. But like it wasn't like heavy hardcore use. I'm looking at my puff counter on this thing. It's only 4,482. That's not a shitload of time, and I've probably put a good 100 or so on it again today. So with that being said, here's the Iggy on the Reuleaux, okay? Basically, one of your internal wires, okay, has number one, a really, really shitty wire, okay? It's really thin. And furthermore, not only is it thin, but it is not very well connected to your battery post inside the sleigh. And basically what happens is it slowly but surely gets wiggled inside the box through a little bit of time, and then all of a sudden, bing, it snaps, and now it's saying check battery, check battery, check battery, and the fucker don't work. And then you bring it back to those douchebags that you got it from, and they're like, oh, no, I'm gonna go to my vendor and whatnot real soon. Well, finally, like a month and a half later, I finally just said, you know what, fuck this. And first off, after having my wife sort of verbally unleash her wrath on the fact that she was hella pissed that hers just shit out like 2 or 3 days ago, you know, and not having like, your backup runner or, just your secondary device. I mean, shit, that can be fucking mentally, taxing. Consumes all your time, almost puts you in like a slight sort of anxiety ridden daze where like, yeah, I'm at work, but like I really ain't focusing on what's going on at fucking work. How's my batteries? What's gonna happen next? I have no answers here. So I had gotten some bad information apparently when I originally looked into this situation. I was informed that it was actually one of the lower battery posts where the wire was coming disconnected. That's totally not correct. It is indeed this terminal right here, okay? And here's the tricky part to the disassembly of this device. If you look in this battery tube right here, you can see a brass battery, a brass head of a Phillips screw back there, okay? But when you go to open this thing up to disassemble it, guess what? Those sneaky bastards put a little piece of freaking black foam over it, and it doesn't look like a screw at all. That being said, you don't need to remove the black foam. Just push your screwdriver right down onto it, apply some pressure, counterclockwise, zoom, she shoots right out, and then poof, the whole thing comes apart. You can see everything that's going on in there. Easy peasy. All right? So, as long as you know how to solder, and I definitely recommend before even attempting it, I don't care what type of flux infused wire you're using, okay? Fuck it, go buy a thing of flux. Paint the shit out of everything. It's the only way it works. And what's going to happen, you'll get like this huge gob that splashes down on it, okay? And literally half of it falls to the wayside, and the only thing that remains is where the flux was touching the little wire, and that's it. Poof. Okay? Reassemble it. The biggest problem I had was the top of this. It's actually got quite a few pieces. It's got this contact that comes out with this little arm that brass screw actually slides right through into the circuitry board, and then on top of this contact it's got a spring, and then it's got like a little ceiling that gets screwed down my two Phillips heads. So yeah, just don't let all the pieces and parts overwhelm you, you know. A little bit of common sense and, you know, basic, you know, sort of know-how. I mean, you should definitely be able to walk through it. If not, you know what, guys? Fuck that. Reuleaux posted a huge apology stating that, hey, they've definitely indicated that there is a fuck up on this box for the, you know, who knows how many first several thousand devices that shot out the doors. But that being said, they're accepting every single one of them back. It does not matter what the exterior condition looks like, as long as the reason why you're returning it is it does indeed have an internal issue.
Within the last 90 days.
Oh, and I guess it's supposed to be within your first 90 days of ownership?
Correct.
Okay, first 90 days of ownership. I'll tell you what, though. I would have to say, after me going in and tweaking and peeping these things a little bit, all right, bulk up the wire that runs from bottom to top, okay, with something just a wee bit thicker, and then just get some really, really solid solder connections. And when you fire this device back up, I shit you not, you're not going to think it's the same damn device. It's literally got like Reuleaux superpowers or something. Like all of a sudden, you know, you're sitting there at 65 watts and you think you're blasting yourself with like 80 or 90. It gets some substantial pep. All right, now this is the new Limitless Gold RDTA, and I got a build on it right now of a 0.15. I'm sitting here at 65.9 watts. Let's run it up to 71.5, just so you get a kind of a concept of what this thing's producing after. I'm telling you, the thing is better than new ever was, okay? So I think that's basically what the deal is if you got one of the earlier released 2.3s, you're actually probably losing quite a bit of voltage power off of your full batteries. So yeah, the watts seemed a wee bit weak when I did the first review on it, but I also look at it as, hey, it's kind of to be expected. If you want real watt power, you go after the DNA, baby. Evolve, period. And it's solved. Oh, you see how that works? Yeah. So that being said, the device definitely is even more desirable than when I had originally unpackaged it. It's way stronger. It's more responsive. It seems altogether just a lot better through and through. So if you know a thing or two, you know how to solder, this, that, the other, definitely recommend it, because you know what? Even if you were to send it back and get one of the ones that is fixed and the issue doesn't exist with, they're not going to turn around and beef up anything inside there. You're talking about corporate overhead, man. Fucking half a penny, okay, times a million devices is a lot of fucking pennies. They won't do it. So, do yourself a favor. Jump in there, disconnect that one, throw it out, grab another little 3-inch piece, just a little girthier, zip, 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 slap it back together, and you're gonna be fucking amazed. I'm telling you. All right, boys, girls, and anyone in between, I thoroughly do appreciate you sitting here listening to me go on and on about some shit that happened to me that you probably don't give a flying fuck about. But thank you for that. Remember, like, subscribe, share, okay? Any other input that you guys happen to find out while you go forth and fix your fucked up Reuleaux, okay? Real quick, one finger salute. That's to you, Reuleaux. Slow it the fuck down, get some quality control, and get some nice solders on your shit. This should have never happened. Not cool, okay? Because now you got your Reuleaux Mini and your Reuleaux 300, this, that. Cool. What I see, how many other fuck-ups we get to look forward to? On that note, guys, stay healthy. Keep vaping. Whether it be the beasts of all beasts or the quiet little pen kitty cat in the corner. I don't give a shit. As long as you ain't smoking them damn cigarettes. Because I can truly smell them now. And it's like, even going out shopping in public, man, walking up to fucking doors and shit, I cringe, man. That shit smells horrible. They need to like remove that shit, and it's fucked up because I would have never said this as a smoker, okay? They need to move them smoke butt containers away from the entryway. Like, I want no part of that being in my nostrils on the way in. You're not becoming my friend that way. That being said, stay beautiful. And hit us up on Instagram as well as Facebook. What, hon? At VapinVX2. And stay tuned. We got some serious shit coming up that, if nothing else, will thoroughly entertain you as I go through my trials and tribulations of how to become my own shop owner without appropriate financial backing. That being said, it's just a matter of an equation and figuring it out. I'm sure I can make it happen. So stay tuned. I keep you guys updated. I'm out of here. Thanks for tuning in to Vaping with Vinny. From my family to yours, with holiday love and cheer. Now get the fuck out of here. Go drink a beer.